Dodgers fans, this is the news nobody wanted to hear. Shocking reports have just surfaced, and it's official: Shohei Ohtani is out. This changes everything for the Dodgers and their championship hopes. The excitement surrounding Ohtani's arrival in Los Angeles was at an all-time high, but now the team and the fans are facing a massive setback. So what exactly happened, and how long will Ohtani be out for? We need to break down every detail of this situation, because it impacts not just the Dodgers but the entire MLB season ahead. First off, let's talk about how we got here. Ohtani signed the biggest contract in baseball history to come to the Dodgers, a deal worth $700 million that sent shockwaves through the league. The Dodgers made this move knowing they were getting a once-in-a-generation player, someone who could dominate on the mound and at the plate, but they also knew that he was coming off a major elbow injury, an injury that already had him sidelined as a pitcher for the 2024 season. The expectation was that he would still be able to contribute as a designated hitter while he recovered from surgery, but now that plan has taken a devastating turn. So what exactly is going on? Well, according to reports from Dodgers camp, Ohtani is dealing with a new issue, one that could keep him out for an extended period of time. Some sources say it's related to lingering discomfort from his surgery, while others suggest it could be something entirely different. The Dodgers are keeping the details tight-lipped, but one thing is clear: this is not what fans wanted to hear. Now let's talk about the impact of this news, because it's massive. The Dodgers built their offseason around Ohtani. Even knowing he wouldn't pitch this year, they still expected him to be one of the best hitters in baseball. Without his bat in the lineup, everything changes. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman are still elite, but losing Ohtani's power and presence makes this offense far less dangerous. And let's not forget that this lineup was built to be historic. With Ohtani in the mix, the Dodgers were rejected to have one of the most dominant offenses ever. Now there's a huge hole to fill. But the impact isn't just on the field. This is also a major emotional blow for Dodgers fans. Ohtani's arrival was supposed to be the beginning of something special, a new era of dominance for Los Angeles. And now, just as the season is getting started, that dream is already taking a hit. Dodgers fans have been waiting to see Ohtani in action at Dodger Stadium, and now that moment might be delayed, or even worse, not happen at all this season. So what are the Dodgers' options from here? Well, they could wait it out and hope Ohtani recovers quickly, but that's a risky strategy. If this injury turns out to be serious, they can't afford to just sit and do nothing. They might have to look at external options. Could they make a move for another bat before the season really gets rolling? There are still free agents available and potential trade targets if the Dodgers feel like they need to replace Ohtani's production. But here's the other big question: is this something that could impact Ohtani long-term? Remember, he's supposed to return to pitching in 2025, but if his body isn't responding well to his recovery, that could change everything. Ohtani has always been known for his work ethic and his ability to bounce back from injuries, but this is now the second major setback in just a few months. If there's any doubt about his ability to stay healthy moving forward, it raises serious concerns about the Dodgers' long-term investment. Another angle to consider is how this affects the Dodgers' World Series hopes. This team was built to win. Now they didn't just sign Ohtani, they brought in Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow, and Teoscar Hernandez. They made moves to create a super team, but without Ohtani in the lineup, suddenly that super team doesn't look as invincible as it did before. This also raises the question of how the rest of the team will respond. Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts are leaders in the clubhouse. They're going to have to step up even more. Will Smith, Max Muncy, and the rest of the lineup will need to pick up the slack, but that's easier said than done. Replacing a bat like Ohtani's is nearly impossible. One other thing to watch is how this affects Dodgers management and the front office. They took a massive gamble giving Ohtani a $700 million contract. They knew there was risk involved, but now that risk is already coming into play. Will this change the way they approach roster construction moving forward? Could they get more aggressive at the trade deadline? Could they be forced to change their long-term plans? There's also the fan perspective to consider. Dodgers fans were hyped for Ohtani's debut. They bought jerseys, they packed Dodger Stadium for spring training, they were ready for a show, and now that excitement is turning into concern. Fans want answers, and they want to know what this means for the future of their team. First, let's go back to how we got here. Shohei Ohtani signing with the Dodgers was supposed to be a game changer not just for La but for all of Major League Baseball. This was the kind of move that shifted the balance of power in the sport. The Dodgers already had a powerhouse team, and adding Ohtani was like putting a cheat code into the lineup, but everyone knew there was a catch. Ohtani was recovering from elbow surgery, and while he wouldn't pitch in 2024, he was still expected to be an elite hitter. But now those expectations have been thrown into chaos. So what exactly is going on with Ohtani right now? Reports are still coming in, but from what we know, something isn't right. Whether it's a setback in his recovery, a completely new injury, or something else entirely, we don't have all the details yet. But one thing is clear: the Dodgers aren't just being cautious. This is serious enough that they had to make an announcement. And anytime a team makes an announcement like this about their franchise player, it's a major red flag. This brings up the first big question: how long is Ohtani going to be out? And this is where things get scary because nobody knows. Some sources are saying this could be a short-term issue, maybe a few weeks of rest, and he'll be back in the lineup. But others are worried that this could be much worse if it's related to his elbow, if there are complications from his surgery, or if this is a sign that his recovery isn't going as planned. We could be talking about an extended absence, and that would be an absolute disaster for the Dodgers. So let's talk about the impact of this because it's huge. The Dodgers built their entire offseason around Ohtani. They let other free agents walk, they passed on other potential moves, all because they knew they had Ohtani locked in, and now without him their entire offensive plan has been shaken up. Yes, they still have Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. Yes, they still have a deep roster. But this Dodgers team was built to be historic with Ohtani at the heart of it. Losing him even for part of the season is a gut punch. Losing him for an extended period of time could be catastrophic. So what do the Dodgers do now? Do they sit back and wait, hoping he recovers quickly, or do they start exploring other options to replace him? One option could be looking at external replacements. There are still free agents available. Could they make a surprise move to add a bat? Could they pull off a blockbuster trade earlier than expected, or do they try to weather the storm with their current roster? The trade deadline is still months away, so if Ohtani is out for an extended period of time, the Dodgers might have to adjust their plans sooner rather than later. At the end of the day, this is a brutal blow for the Dodgers. There's no way around it. Losing Ohtani even for a short period of time is a worst-case scenario, and if it turns into a long-term issue, the Dodgers' championship hopes could be in serious jeopardy. But now we wait to see how the team responds. Will they find a way to overcome this setback, or will this be the beginning of a season filled with disappointment? What do you think, Dodgers fans? How big of a loss is this for La? Do you think the team needs to make a move to replace Ohtani's bat, or should they ride it out and hope he comes back soon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to stay updated on every major Dodgers news drop, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. This is a developing story, and we'll keep you posted on everything as it unfolds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.